Hello friends, welcome to the world of prosperity. In fact, today's video, I'll be sharing some of the, my own three best investing actions. Those are three, you can say, best principles which I followed from the time when I started earning. And I think I got the results because of that. And anybody can actually follow these basic principles, but I'll be sharing three best investing actions which I did right from the beginning, right? So let's understand and what was the logic and maybe how it worked well for me, right? Let me share quickly my mind map. So three best investing actions. I'm doing today's video is because many of my friends and people, they ask what you did right in your early days, right? So I thought for some time and really narrow down to these three things which are very very important and possibly form the basis of my investing journey. So last but not the least, there are three important things which I am sharing. Number one is seeding, right? So when we talk about seeding is like, any seed you are sowing in the land, right? So seeding is very very important, because unless and until you won't start your investing journey, and in my case right from the beginning I keep on investing whatever little understanding I had, but I made sure that I invest regularly even with my first pay, right? I remember in my early days, since not many options were there with clear understanding, and the rate of interest were very high. So I think some of the early investments were PPF and NSC certificates. That time there used to be, I think, 5,000 rupees certificate used to be there, and those are after few years they get doubled, right? I think after those were 6 years certificate, and after 6 years you get double the money, because at the rate of 12%, in 6 years I think it was getting double. So PPF was another option which I did in my early days. The idea was that every now and then I keep on investing and keep on learning, keep on investing in some new instruments, so that enhances my understanding, also some clarity, also new experiences also. But the idea is there was continuous outflow of money for the purpose of investment. So not even a single time I thought that you know I should just splurge or spend the entire money. Of course there were time with tight situation, but seeding is something which I continued to do. So I used to have created multiple pockets, like one pocket maybe NSE, one pocket is PPF, maybe once the mutual fund started. So I think in early days I purchased ULIP. Similarly, later on the mutual fund started. So I started putting the money into mutual fund. Of course, that time there was no clear idea of, what is the rate of return, how effective or what is the impact in the long term basis. But the idea was the seeding was the only idea, that keep putting aside money for investment, right? So this was number one. So how many of you are doing the seeding continuously? Just type in the chat box, so that we can understand that many people, they are smart enough to actually do continuous seeding. I'll be happy to read your comments uh, from the comment box. Yeah. Number two is nurturing. So one approach to investment is like invest and forget, but in my case I used to nurture in the sense that I used to monitor it, I used to follow it up, what exactly is going, how it is going. Of course, even if there was no clear idea about the its effectiveness over a longer period of time, because possibly that time the compounding concept was not very clear, right? uh, but the idea is continuous nurturing. So whatever, wherever you have invested, you have you have actually monitored it regularly, you have nurtured it further with additional investment where it is doing fine, or completely you find it like there is possibility of good returns. So it's not like you just invested one time, you have various add-on investing, or you may say you have kept on adding the tranches. So when we talk about nurturing is basically when you are nurturing a plant in a garden. So it's not only nurturing by way of pouring the water regularly, taking care of it regularly, you put on additional plants also in the surrounding, making it a good environment, something like that, right? So I kept on nurturing these investment over a period of time. So it's not like invest and forget. And believe me, because of this nurturing, you could take out all the bad investments as and when there was time came to take a decision, because there were times that you were into wrong investment also. So I have taken those calls that you need to come out of these investments. Similarly, in a garden, when you do nurturing regularly, you have to take out the weeds or all the jungly plants or something, right? So all the extra plants you have to take out. So similarly, in your investments, you have to continuously monitor, stay with the good investments, or rather enhance the good investments, and come out of all the bad investments, right? So this is why nurturing is very, very important, and I did this action regularly over a longer period of time. Last but not the least is the consistency, right? So in the investing journey, this consistency is very, very important, because what happens if you're not consistent and you just invested once and after that you forgot? Of course, that particular investment will give you return, but if you're not consistent, somewhere you will lost in your journey, and you won't be able to make it big, right? So you need to be consistent in your investment journey. Whatever investment vehicle you choose, monitor it, continue to nurture it, add on the investments, and stay consistent in that. In fact, how many people you would have seen that they started their investing journey, when there were some negativism came, or there's some loss happen in a particular investment, they just withdraw from that investment, uh, and taking a call and taking a decision that they will never enter into that investment, right? And after some time they again re-enter, once that investment start giving positive returns. So what happens, they end up selling at a very low price, and they again enter at a high price. That becomes a consistent cycle with the normal investor, because that is the psychology of common investors. So the idea is you need to be consistent. In that case, if you are consistent, you will be able to avoid the roller coaster ride of the fluctuating investments, right? And if you're consistent, it will work like a straight line kind of behavior, right? So stay consistent in your investment journey, whatever investment vehicle you have chosen. uh, uh, so three important principle is like seeding, nurturing, and consistency. These three things are very, very important. This is just a broad highlight. I'm mentioning that these are the three things which you also must do in your investing journey to ensure the compounding plays its role over a longer period of time, and you can really make it big, right? So that's all for today's video. If you find this insightful, share it with your near and dear, so that they can also understand what are the basic principles behind investing, to create long term wealth. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon. And you can always follow me on my hashtag, which is hashtag CA Sunil Gupta 95. Other than that, you can always come back with your views in the comment box. I'll be happy to read and share, discuss on those points. Till my next video, thank you very much. I hope you like the video, and let's meet in the next video. Thank you very much, and God bless.